Good evening, traders. Welcome to 7MinuteMarket.com, utilizing technical analysis to predict direction based on human emotion. Today is May 15th, 2012. This analysis is for entertainment purposes only. I do not and or will not make any recommendations to buy or sell anything. This is simply my opinion. All right, we have a lot to cover. Let's get started. It was a pretty volatile day today. The volume wasn't all that great, but it was volatile nonetheless. As you can see here, we opened around this level over here, which was about 134. We came all the way up to 134.68, actually all the way up to 134.80, and then came all the way down, creating this bearish flag, another bear flag, and then now towards the end of the day, we made it all the way back down. So, to make a long story short, we did get the bounce we were looking for. However, the bounce just didn't last as long as I would have expected. Let me zoom in here. As you can see, this is the SPY here, and let me just kind of make it easier to see. We broke down, and we're continuing down from this movement here. Our target price, or at least my target price, is down at about the 130, 129 level over here, and it's looking a lot more plausible as every day goes by. I'm not getting the substantial bounce that I was looking for. However, we are still in pretty good support, as you can see right here. Okay, I guess the real question is, when are we going to get that bounce? When are we going to get that pullback? We're currently in very close oversold conditions right now. We'll just see. I mean, if we come straight down into this level here, I'm taking this as this is going to be just a no-brainer, if it just comes straight down. However, I don't think it's going to come straight down. I'm still in the camp that we're going to get a little bit of a pullback at least before coming straight down. However, like I said before, I mean, if we can come straight down into this level, then I'll probably take the trade. All right, so that's the S&P 500, looking at it from the SPY. Now, the most important chart that we need to look at is the dollar, the US dollar. Obviously, the dollar up, markets are down. Right now, we have broken through this resistance line here, and this is actually a pretty major resistance point here. We have also another major resistance point here, but we also have a resistance point a little bit before that, which we've already broken through. So I guess I can just delete this line here. To be honest, the dollar is just way overextended right now. We need to see a pullback, and if the dollar can just pull back, then the markets will get a little bit of a pop. If we do tag this resistance line here and get a pullback, and then that's the pullback that we're looking for in the actual market. I still have these two mathematically calculated lines here. Actually, it's this one up here, the very top one. And again, I didn't think the dollar would be able to get there, but one more time, I mean, it's a mathematical calculated level. I didn't think it would get there, but it looks like it's a lot more plausible today the more I look at it. Again, if we go straight up into this level here, I might just actually short the dollar. All right. But I'm just in the camp that we're going to get a pullback at some point. We also have another resistance point here that we could also pull back before getting up here. I mean, it's any man's guess right now. As to what it's going to do, but I have a hard time believing that we're just going to go straight up into there. But if it does, then the markets will just see some serious damage. I'll tell you that right now. Alright, this is a chart of gold. This is a daily chart, and I wanted to bring your attention to this. Back when we were around this area here, I was like, okay, so here's a level for gold here that I have. This is also a calculated level. I didn't think it would come straight into it, but look at it today. We are currently at 149.74. My alert is here for 149.43. I actually have a trigger here to buy gold at 149.12 if it gets there. Being that gold is so weak right now, I mean, I really don't doubt that gold can come down all the way to a double bottom over here. That is definitely a possibility. However, I do have a buy order to trigger at 149.12 to go long for at least a small bounce if we even get there, and if hopefully we get that bounce. My stop would be any confirmation close under this lower pivot line there. But right now we are really close to hitting that level on gold. Gold has been showing a lot of weakness. It's not in an oversold condition just yet, though, in my opinion. So if we can get all the way down here, that's probably the best bet as of now. To get a better idea of what might happen with gold tomorrow, again, it's way too early to even look at it, but this is the gold futures, and it's coming all the way down into this double bottom here. If we don't get a bounce from here and we continue down to this level down here, which coincides with this pivot point down there, then we're gonna have some we're gonna have a pretty major issue on the GLD for sure when we open tomorrow morning. However, we are in oversold conditions on the gold futures, so we'll see if we get an actual bounce off this level here. In which case, if we do get a bounce there, then the GLD should experience a bounce as well. And this is a daily chart of the E-mini S&P futures here. We do have a calculated level here, depending on how long it gets there, and we might actually meet within the 200 moving average. I doubt that happens where both of them meet each other by the time the E-mini comes down here. But like I said, if we get that bounce, then there is a possibility. Let's just take a quick look here at the half an hour chart. Yeah, so we got a quick bounce after hours, and then now we're coming back in pretty much down to the flat line, maybe a little less, about $1.50 less. So right now we're just trading sideways on the E-mini. The biggest thing is what happens in Europe tonight when they open, and then we'll see from there if you monitor the E-mini what may happen tomorrow. Okay. Now for some stocks, of course everybody wants to know about Apple. Apple has broken down from this trend line, has confirmed the downward move. We're continuing down in Apple. I didn't get that pop I wanted on Apple into these moving averages before I shorted Apple, but you know what? Sometimes you do miss the trades, and it's not a big deal. I mean, you just take the next one. You know what I mean? If we do, however, get a small pop back into this trend line, then I may initiate another short down there. My target level for Apple is here, and now it's looking a lot more plausible as every day goes by. All right. And last but not least, this is a chart of Visa. Visa almost tagged my 119.35 entry level for a short. It came within, maybe $1 worth between there. We got that pop in the morning, and then the market sold off. We're still holding this mathematically calculated line here. Amazingly, how these mathematical calculated levels are holding up. But once these two moving average comes close together and one crosses over the other, I'm expecting this guy to drop either sometime later this week or probably next week. If it doesn't drop and it goes in the opposite direction, then it's going to go opposite pretty fast and pretty furious. Okay, so that's your 7-minute market update. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.